Right about now, the 2019 year in review from Small Town Texas Barbecue, and what a great year it was. We had a lot of great places that we visited this year, and really excited about everything that we have. First up, we had Franklin Barbecue out in Austin, Texas, and Franklin sets the standard for just about everything else in the state, so it was a great time to go out there and see what they had with Aaron Franklin, and the meats are very consistent across the board. Everything that I tasted was very good. I had some brisket, ribs, sausage, and turkey, and not a single thing on the plate disappointed. Everything was perfect, and really love that so much. We've got some great stuff here. You can see all the spices on those ribs and the bark on that brisket, and that turkey was just as juicy as could be. Really enjoyed it. So Valentina's was the next place up in line, and we really love Valentina's. In fact, loved it so much that I went there 3 times last year, 2 times within less than 3 days, and had a few different things there. This is the real deal Holyfield breakfast taco with egg, bacon, brisket, hot sauce, and a fresh homemade tortilla. One of the best tacos you'll have for breakfast, and just an amazing thing. And then here's some of the regular barbecue that they serve, which is brisket, ribs, another fresh tortilla with that on the side, some homemade pickles, and onions there, along with the sauce that they make. Again, here's a close-up of that brisket and the ribs. And Valentina's does really great Tex-Mex with mesquite down in Austin, which is mostly post oak, so they differentiate themselves in quite a few different ways because of the freshness of the ingredients and the consistency of the food. And you see all these balls of dough for the tortillas that they make, and again, this is a really great setup that they have, and really enjoy the food out at Valentina's in Austin. Here's a fajita burrito with some guacamole and some bell peppers, along with some salsa, a little lime on the side, and those fresh tortillas really set it all off there at Valentina's in Austin, Texas. We went out to the Cathedral of BBQ in Lockhart, Texas at Kreuz, and really this old school place, but I always wanted to visit for many years, and it was not a disappointing trip. Had some great shoulder clod there, never had it before, and was really impressed with that. They do things old school. They do have some brisket and sausage as well, and everything was on point as far as the barbecue is concerned. Cooked hot and fast, so a little bit different texturally speaking, but one of the best things that you could have, and just the beefy flavor of the shoulder clod is amazing. So you've got to get that when you get out to Kreuz in Lockhart, Texas. One of the best places to go eat. And we also went to Luling City Market there in Luling, Texas. Great food as well. The brisket here, as you'll see, has an excellent smoke ring, and really love the food there. But the star of the show in Luling at City Market is actually the ribs and the sauce. Those ribs have kind of a little bit of a crispy bark on them that I really liked, and the sauce that you have at the tables and everything else is great, so you get a good look here at those ribs. They're definitely the star of the show there in Luling at City Market, so another great place to go if you're down in the Lockhart area. Really enjoyed the food there, so great stuff. We also went out to Baker Boys in Gonzales, Texas. Now, these guys were a previous competition team. Don't know if they're still doing that, but they've got a brick and mortar location there in Gonzales that's really great. Come and taste it is right there on the sign, so that's what you should do. You've got some great brisket, juicy turkey, some awesome ribs, and some great sausage. These guys really know what they're doing, and they've got a great flow of customers coming in every day there in Gonzales. Here are some ribs, and I can tell you these ribs were great. The turkey was so juicy, and the brisket as well. Pull apart so easily, great bite through on those ribs, and so no complaints about anything there at Baker Boys. Hays County Barbecue in San Marcos, Texas. Wow, loads of different types of meats. Brisket, pulled pork, beef ribs, pork ribs, chicken, I think, and turkey as well. They had all kinds of great stuff. So here's what I had. I had a huge beef rib that day. It was the first time I'd had an opportunity to have a beef rib there in the barbecue belt of Texas. And then some of those pork ribs. You can see the spice and the bark on all that meat, some of the great stuff. Love the barbecue atmosphere here. The smoke ring on this brisket was really, really great, and really enjoyed the atmosphere there. The people were great. I actually met Harvey here, and he's become a friend that I consider very, very great, because he's out there making it happen as a pit master. Now he's working with Louie, and these guys here had the brisket going in some very unique pits that I'd never seen the likes of before. So great stuff there, and the food was amazing. Another great place that we got to visit was Blackboard BBQ, one of the Texas Monthly Top 25 new barbecue joints for 2019, and it did not disappoint. We actually got to have some Wagyu brisket, which is my first time to have Wagyu brisket at a restaurant. Really juicy, great bark on that. Did have some of the Brussels sprout cream corn there, also great. These chefs really know how to make things that are different and intriguing. Had some great ribs there as well. Chicken was excellent, and everything that we had there was great. The folks there are amazing. If you ever get a chance to meet them, wonderful people. So get a chance, go out there and meet them and see what's up. Now, we also went to South Barbecue in San Antonio, Texas, in the Missions District, and they have a great setup there with some great barbecue. You don't hear a ton about them, but if you look at these platters, wow, good stuff. Great chicken, great sausage, brisket's awesome, creamed elote, and some beans that they had there for us. Really tasty, and love the dining area there and the outside area, and then you get a good close-up of that chicken with all of that pepper on it. Chicken was juicy and very tasty, so really enjoyed all of that. And can't say enough about them. Excellent place, so get on out there and see it. We also went to Abilene to the Shed Market, and great place as well, right here close to home. Had some excellent barbecue. Another place that had a great beef rib, and as you can see, the macaroni and cheese beef rib, some of that slaw, and the turkey, so juicy. People are also great here, very welcoming and accommodating of everything. They give out a few free samples in the line, so that's always a plus. You get a little taste. Also had some bacon ranch potato salad, sausage, and look at that brisket, really tasty. Love the ribs, brisket, and also those beans were really tasty as well. So love the Shed in Abilene. Another top 25 new barbecue joints for Texas Monthly was Pitforks and Smokerings out in Slaton, Texas, and they've got some great folks there working. The pit had a big pit. I think they're going to end up getting more, but there's some great brisket and ribs that they had there. Very tender, great bite through on those ribs. Again, they earned that top 25 new barbecue joint spot. And they also had a few other things, like some innovative sides, like the brisket mac and cheese, the beans, and also the potato salad that was there. Really enjoyed all that, but really, meat is tops out there, and they really care about that, and they work hard. So another place that ended up in the top 25, and one of my favorite places of all year, was Rejino Barbecue out in Olton, Texas. Aaron and his family really know what's going on and have the barbecue down. So great brisket, sausage, and some peach whiskey ribs that we had there. And really tasty food. They also had some cream corn and a few other things there that I really enjoyed. Sides were great, and again, those ribs were really awesome. And Aaron, like I said, great guy, great food. Get on out there to Olton and try that stuff. You'll really enjoy it, and see what they have to offer. I came back home, and this is one of my usual stops, Smokehouse BBQ in San Angelo, Texas. One of the things that I love about Smokehouse and about what Bob does there is the fact that when you go, you know you're going to get the same flavor of food. You're always going to get The brisket, very tender. The potato salad has got to be one of the tops in the entire state. And beans on point. Meat is really, really good too. Love the brisket there. Then we go out to Louie's Craft Barbecue in Buda, Texas. And this is where Harvey's at. Harvey's doing a great job there with Luis, and the food is great and continues to get better and better. And you see that they have some innovative cooking, and this taco, pulled pork taco with slaw and tomatillo salsa and avocado and all that. Wow, this was a great taco, one of the best tacos I had all year as far as barbecue is concerned. The platters look amazing, great ribs. That brisket is tender and you can pull it apart, do that pull test, and it's perfect. The chicken was very tasty, and loved everything that they had on that platter. And they had some really great beans as well. These beans were some of the beans that I thought were also another innovative touch of 2019. These beans had 2 or 3 different types of beans, as well as some peppers in there. Really enjoyed all that. Then they had some creamed elote as well with the cotija cheese on top, and a little bit of chili powder to top it off with that lime. Again, something that I really like, and something that I think you'll enjoy too. Another great spot that we went to this year was Lum's out in Junction, Texas, off the beaten path, and really had a great setup there. Old school Texas barbecue, and really liked everything. Lots of food on the platter. You can see I had to set the ribs off to the side. Love the smoke ring on that brisket. Great sausage, and also some cool sides. The creamed corn was great, as well as that cucumber salad, something that I like because back in my childhood, something that my mom and also my grandmother would make, and something that was really tasty. So love the smoke ring there on the brisket. The sausage was excellent. Had some cool sauce as well. So love what they're doing out there. And then Creekside Cookers in Wimberley, Texas. Highly recommended by my friend Karen out there in Wimberley, and did not disappoint. These guys were also competition cookers before, and do some great food. So very tender brisket, along with some great sausage and turkey. And we got there as it was raining that day, but that didn't dampen our spirits at all. It was really a great time for some great barbecue with the folks there. These ribs, they're a wet rib, and really enjoyed the sauce on that, and totally took all that in. But this was the star of the show there at Creekside Cookers in Wimberley, Texas. Totally enjoyed that. And we went back out to San Antonio and got to the Smoke Shack Barbecue and Southern Kitchen right there on Broadway. Some really great food. We had some turkey, sausage, some great brisket, some pork ribs, got some bacon mac and cheese, and some creamed corn along with some vinegar slaw. All very good entries for barbecue aficionados. Really loved what they had there, and really great solid barbecue. One of the best things you can have. And here's some great ribs with an amazing glaze that is so tasty. Another great spot we went out to was Hill Barbecue, and these are pop-ups out in Lubbock, kind of there in the Arts District. And Andrew Hill and his family are there running everything, and had some great barbecue there at Hill. Got some excellent tender brisket, along with sausage, ribs, and some great cheesy potatoes, along with some beans that were really great. And you guys should go out there and try it when you get a chance. Thursdays and Saturdays, I believe it is. And hopefully they're going to have a brick and mortar soon. But when I talked to Andrew, he was excited about everything that they're doing there, and I can tell that it's something that he has a great passion for. So loved this place. There's the cheesy potatoes I was talking about. Really tasty, and enjoyed that a whole lot. And we also had some of the beans there that were really good, and thoroughly enjoyed all that. So you got your beans with a little bit of tomato, and then some cheese on top, along with some cilantro. And these beans were another side that really does some greatness for Hill Barbecue. One of my favorites of this year, Up and Smoke Barbecue and Company out in Midland, Texas. Junior Urias, a former competition barbecue champion, is out here making some of the best barbecue West Texas has to offer. There is some pork belly and a brisket burnt end, and this is just a melt in your mouth platter right here. Junior's very generous, gave me quite a bit for tasting, and this stuff is just beautiful, just great. Smoke rings and all of that. And here are the beef ribs that they had. Those are thick, juicy, tasty, excellent smoke ring, excellent bark on all of that, and just oozing with juice. Very, very good. And as you can see when they cut them up, how they look, extremely well done. Everything there at Junior's is done very, very well, and thoroughly enjoyed every piece of meat and all the sides that they had to offer. This is the platter that Junior made up for me, and wow, that was amazing. Chicken's great, awesome sausage, and the brisket, again, some pork belly, great potato salad, macaroni and cheese. You will not go wrong going out there. And another place out in Marfa, thoroughly enjoyed. Another great owner, Mark, out there at Convenience West. Really, really like Convenience West a whole lot in Marfa. Love the art scene out there. But these are some folks who love doing barbecue, and they have a different setup because they do everything at night. But here are some great tacos as well. The brisket with some cheese and some crema, along with those pickled onions and jalapenos. Great stuff. And then another innovative side, which is the sweet potato salad that they had. And there's that brisket with that fat, just beautifully marbled meat. So loved that very much. Sausage was great. Tortillas also great. They're made there in Marfa. So good stuff. Really, really enjoyed that. And there's another look. Had some of the creme de lote, as well as some beans and some more brisket, and really, really liked that very, very much. And the last stop of the year, Brick Vault Brewery and Barbecue, one of my favorite spots, highly recommended by Yoni Levin of the Best Barbecue podcast. This place did not disappoint. Great atmosphere. I was actually in there earlier, got to view all the pits and everything else, and then got some of this great brisket, ribs, turkey, some potato salad, and some cilantro slaw that I really thought was great. Everything there is extremely consistent across the board. One of the best barbecue platters that I'd had all year. Look at the spices on those ribs. They were amazing. Great bite through on those. The brisket was perfectly passing the pull test. So all of that stuff was amazing. Turkey was juicy. Had some great potato salad here. I believe these are new potatoes. And then, of course, on the top, you see a little bit of that cilantro lime slaw, which was also really great. Really thoroughly enjoyed that. So there it is again, a better shot of that. And everything they had here was really great. Hospitality was amazing. And they have a huge selection of beers there, which I didn't get a chance to taste any of that stuff, but everything else was great. Shout out to Yoni Levin, who really inspired me to do a lot of this stuff, as well as all of you guys who follow me on YouTube and on Instagram, as well as Facebook. I'm very thankful for everybody. Hope you guys have a great new year. Thanks for a great 2019.